So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to introduce each of the seniors. I'm going to ask them to come into the center of the arena, and as they come into the arena, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about them. Why don't we start off with our first? This is going to be Casey Adams. Casey's parents are Buddy and Susan Adams. Her hometown is a Junction City, and she attends Chapman High School. The extracurricular activities and sports that she's involved in is FFA and breaking and training horses, swimming, and also some weightlifting. She's been entering into the breakaway roping and also the team roping during the weekend of finals. And her most memorable event at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is a gang snipe hunt that she and Hannah Holland went on and got left in some guy's backyard. And she wants to say a very special thanks to her parents for always being there for her, for Todd Gale and Cheyenne Larson for letting me practice and use Ranger, and for the Lagosses for letting me ride rock. As her future plans, she wants to attend the Kansas State University with a major in business finance, and then go on to Texas Tech for law school. Next, I'd like to introduce Dylan Adolph. Dylan's parents are Alan and Renee Adolph. His hometown is Manhattan, and he attends Manhattan High School. The extracurricular activities involved in is hunting, fishing, and also some trapping. And during this weekend, he has been entered in the bull riding. His most memorable events at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is going to the Nationals in 2012. And he'd like to say a special thanks to his parents for supporting him. His future plans is going to Fort Scott Community College to compete at a collegiate level. Nolan Allison. Parents are Kevin and Carrie Allison out of Belpre. Attends Larned High School. His extra activities and interests are football and also basketball. This weekend he's entered in the team roping and also calf roping and steer wrestling. One of his most memorable events that he can remember is being kicked in the head while trying to wrestle a steer at Kingman. He'd like to say a very special thanks to Kent for always being there and for giving up his time to take pictures. And his future plans is he plans to attend K-State and join the rodeo club and then get a degree in ag economics and agribusiness. Michaela Bacon. Michaela's parents are Doyle and Sharon Bacon. She resides in Dodge City and attended Dodge City High School. Her extracurricular activities in sports is the ranch sorting, the national championships, Pride of Southwest Marching Band, Concert Band, Wind Ensemble Band, Dance, and Color Guard. She's entered in 2 events here in the finals, barrel racing and also pole bending. And her most memorable events at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is speeding down the highway at Nationals like a NASCAR driver in order to make roll call for modeling. Nothing like living on the edge. She'd like to say a very special thank you to her parents, especially her dad, who drove me everywhere, carried all my sponsored flags, and saying, "Mac, what was that?" after every run. Wouldn't have it any other way. Her future plans are attending Southwestern Oklahoma State to study pharmacy and to become a pharmacist. Stacy Bailey. Parents are Brad and Alicia Bailey. Makes her hometown in Cherokee, Oklahoma, and attended Timberlake High School. Her extracurricular activities and sports included FFA and FCCLA, FCA, cheerleading, yearbook, quiz bowl, and of course rodeo. The events that she's entered in this weekend are barrel racing, pole bending, goat tying, breakaway roping, and cutting. And her most memorable events during her time with the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is winning 2 state championship titles and the all-around 2012. She'd like to say a very special thank you to her family for their support and encouragement, and to my fellow competitors and directors for making my time in the KHSRA a positive experience. Her future plans are to attend Southwestern Oklahoma State University and major in mass communication, and then compete in college and professional rodeo, attend Oklahoma State University for graduate school in ag communications. Colton Blake Delgado. His parents are Aaron and Leanne Delgado. Makes his hometown out of Great Bend and attended the Great Bend High School. And his extracurricular activities are just rodeo. This weekend he's been entered in bareback for the finals, and his most memorable events during his time with the high school rodeo is making great friends. He says it's very special thanks to his parents for funding my rodeo career. His future plans are to go on to Fort Scott Community College. Casey Deweese. Parents are Mark and Kelly Deweese. Makes her hometown out of Americus and went to high school at Council Grove High School. Her extracurricular activities include FFA and the Kansas High School Rodeos. During this weekend, she's been entered in the breakaway roping and also the barrel racing. Her most memorable events while during her time with the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is spending time with my friends. A special thanks and recognition to my dad and my stepmom for supporting me all throughout my rodeo career. And her future plans are going to rodeo for Pratt Community College and then major in animal science. Ben Doyle. Parents are Dan and Pat Doyle. Makes his hometown at Holton, Kansas, and attended Jackson Heights High School. During this weekend, he's entered in the saddle bronc riding, and he wants to give special thanks and recognition to Doc Miller and the rodeo staff and to my parents. Future plans for Ben are to go to Fort Scott Community College. Trey Lynn Johnson. Parents are John and Stacy Johnson. Hometowns at Humboldt and attended Humboldt High School. For extracurricular activities, he did a lot of football, basketball, and of course rodeo. And the events he's entered this weekend in the finals is a calf roping, and his most memorable event at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is going to nationals. His future plans is attending Northeast Oklahoma, Miami, Oklahoma, and majoring in secondary education to teach math. Ben Johnson. Parents are Greg and Andrea Johnson. Makes his hometown in Plains and attended Southwestern Heights High School. Extracurricular activities, he was involved in football, basketball, the National Honor Society, and also training horses. This weekend he's entered in calf roping, steer wrestling, team roping, and cutting. And his most memorable event while attending the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is winning second in state in team roping. And a special thanks to Gormans for hauling and teaching me to ride a cutting horse, and Keith and Kyle Van Dorn for teaching me to steer wrestle. Future plans for Ben is Dodge City Community College to rodeo, and then to become a cattle nutritionist. Shannon Leclerc. Parents are Scott and Shelby Leclerc. Hometown is Leon. The high school attending is Blue STEM, and the activities involved is rodeo. During the weekend, Shannon's entered in barrels and poles and plans to attend Pratt Community College. Thane Martin. Parents are Buddy and Mary Martin. Makes his hometown at Sedgwick and is the same high school at Sedgwick. He's been entered into bull riding while he's here at the finals, and his most memorable event with the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is Cowboy Prom. I'd like to say a very special thanks and recognition to Mom and Dad and family. Allie Rose, TJ Clegman, Ricky Ritter, and Casey Jones. Future plans include going to Pratt and majoring in ranch management. Austin Massey. Parents are Bob and Debbie Massey, hometowns in Kingman, and attended Kingman High School. The extracurricular activities that Austin enjoyed were track, football, and lifting. The events that he's entered in during this weekend is team roping and camp roping. And he'd like to say a special thanks and recognition to Doc Miller for always being there for us. His future plans are to go on to Dodge City Community College and then into rodeo and join the lineman program. Broken Naylor. Parents are Candy and Devin Walter and Craig and Amy Naylor. Hometown is Lucas and attended the Sylvan Lucas High School. Extra activities are football, basketball, and also baseball. And bull riding is the event is entered into during this weekend. Most memorable event was winning in Lincoln, and a very special thanks and recognition to his parents, family, and friends. And Brogan plans on going to Pratt Community College on a rodeo scholarship, and then farm and ranch management. Robert Olson. Parents are Tim and Terry Olson. Makes his hometown in Coldwater and attended South Central High School. And for extracurricular activities, and attended, he worked in vocal, and then he did 4 years of football, or actually vocal for 4 years and football for 2 years. And then he's entered in the camp roping and team roping during this weekend of finals. And a special thanks and recognition to his parents for all they have done for him to get him here. He plans on going to Alva, Oklahoma. Braven Alexander Phelps. Parents are Don and Peggy Phelps. Makes his hometown out in Ulysses. Attended Ulysses High School. And his extracurricular activities and sports, well, he's involved in rodeo, FFA, 4-H, National Honor Society, SAD, and also Stuco. This weekend, he's entered in calf roping, team roping, and steer wrestling. And his most memorable event was tipping the porta potty at Emporia while Trevor Kirchenslayer was in it. Very special thanks and recognition to Toby, Janet, and Peyton, and Mom and Papa Menser. And thanks for all that you do. Love you all and my family and friends for the support with whom I couldn't have done it. His future plans are to attend Dodge City Community College on a rodeo scholarship and then get a degree in business. Brittany Ramsey. Parents' name is Christy Armentrout. Hometown is Medicine Lodge, and attended Medicine Lodge High School. Her main activities and sports are rodeo, and she's entered in the barrels for this weekend. And that's one of her most memorable events, is the barrel racing. She'd like to say thank you to my mom, Christy Armentrout, and Lisa Thompson for hauling me to the rodeos. And her future plans is to wait a year and then go on to college. Dakota Rucker. Parents are Dusty and Jamie Rucker. Her hometown is Sharon, Kansas, and their high school is Medicine Lodge High School. The activities that she's involved in is FCA and rodeo. And the events that she's entered this weekend are barrel racing and pole bending, and her most memorable events at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association. She says, I love going to every rodeo and spending time with my friends and family. And for special thanks, she says, I'd like to thank my parents. They are there with me through everything. I wouldn't go to a rodeo without them. And for her future plans, she says she will attend Fort Hays and major in nursing. Dylan Short. Parents are Jerry Short and Angie O'Brien. Hometowns in Salina, and the high school that's attended was Manhattan High. The extracurricular activities are FFA, hunting and fishing. The events that are entered this weekend are bareback and shooting events. And the most memorable event of the Kansas High School Rodeo Association's National Finals. And a very special thanks to Dad, Mom, Justin Lindquist, Adolph family, Mark Gomes, the Gatto family, for all the support and help. The future plans are to go to Fort Scott Community College and then become a firefighter and a paramedic. Blaze Tate. Parents are Anthony Tate and Cheryl Parks. The hometown is Dodge City and attended the Dodge City High School. The extracurricular activities involved in is track and field. And the events that he's entered in this weekend are team roping and camp roping. And the most memorable events that he's experienced while at the Kansas High School Rodeo and during the association is meeting new people. And he says a very special thanks to my dad. His future plans are to go to Dodge City Community College and obtain an associate degree in welding. Cody Treadway. Parents are Cale and Shelley Treadway. Hometown is Erie, Kansas. He attended the Erie High School. His extracurricular activities and sports included basketball, FCA, and a church youth group. This weekend he's entered in the team roping, and his most memorable event while a part of the Kansas High School Rodeo Association was making nationals. A very special thanks and recognition to my parents for supporting me in everything that I do. His future plans says he planned to attend college, but this time it is undecided which college. Tage Trent. The parents are Jason and Krista Trent. Hometown is Burton, Kansas, and her high school is Haven High School. And her extracurricular activities are rodeo. She's entered in a breakaway in barrels this weekend, and her most memorable event at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is all the cooking out, roping the dummy with friends, and of course, prom. And a special thanks and recognition to my parents. They have always been supportive and do everything for me. Her future plans, she says, I plan to attend Northwest Oklahoma State University and get my RN. Katie Turley. Her parents are R.A. and Glenda Turley. Her hometown is Modoc. Her high school is Scott Community High School. Her extracurricular activities and things that she's involved in is National Honor Society, 4-H, and Science Club. This weekend she's entered in breakaway and pole bending. And she'd like to say a special thanks and recognition to her mother and dad for everything that they do, and for my grandpa for everything that he has done for me. Her future plans are to attend Washburn University and major in nursing. Natasha Van Gundy. Her parents are Mike and Sharon Van Gundy. Her hometown is Americus, Kansas, and the high school she attended was Northern Heights. Her extracurricular activities are volleyball, basketball, and rodeo. The events that she's entered in this weekend are barrels, pole bending, and go time. And her most memorable event at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association was her pole bending. She'd like to say a special thanks to her parents for supporting her and allowing her to do what I love. Her future plans are to attend Kansas State University and major in pre-veterinary medicine and be a member of the rodeo club. Brady Walker. His parents are Jamie and Cindy Walker. His hometown's in Larned, and he attended Larned Senior High. Extracurricular activities and sports he's involved in. He did rodeo for 3 years, football for 4 years, FCA 3 years, choir for 4 years, 4-H for 1 year. He was a foreign exchange student host for 2 years and involved in drama for 3 years. The events that he's entered in this weekend is team roping. And his most memorable event at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is finishing 3rd in the average and 9th in the state at the 2012 finals. And he'd like to say a special thanks and recognition. He says, I want to thank my mom and dad for all the support that they have given me, for riding my butt on my grades, and to my dad for teaching me to ride and rope. His future plans, he says, I have a scholarship at Pratt Community College for rodeo, and I'm going to study ag business. Liam Williams. His parents are Janet Phillips and Will Williams. His hometown's at Opie, and he attended Opie High School. The activities he's involved in is FBLA, FCCLA, TSA, Stuco, and band. And the events that he's entered in this weekend is the team roping. And his most memorable events while with the Kansas High School Rodeo Association are all the time with my friends. And a special thanks and recognition to my dad for all the time he spent helping me. His future plans are to go to Coffeyville Community College, then transfer to Kansas State for agronomy. Colin Wiswell. Parents are Chad Wiswell and Heather Duncan. Hometowns in Spring Hill, Kansas, and attended the Paola High School. He was involved in track and football, and this weekend he's entered in the team roping. His most memorable event while with the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is having a good time. Special thanks and recognition go to all the board members. Future plans is to go to Fort Scott. Bailey Ossie. Parents are Rick and Polly Ossie. Hometowns in Udall, and high school attended was the Ossie Family Homeschool. Her hobbies include making her love to read and to shop. The events she's entered in while at the finals is the pole bending and the barrels. And her most memorable events while at the Kansas High School Rodeo Association is when I was hanging out with friends and got stuck upside down in a swing. Fun times. Special thanks and recognition to my parents for providing great horses and tons of encouragement. She plans to attend college and major in accounting with a minor in English or journalism. My friends, those are the senior class.